welcome, fellow members of Team Commander or Team Vortex, if you're into that. So, video's gonna be quick, probably maybe 3 minutes. We'll see. I'm here to address the beef with credits. Obviously, as you guys know, there's a lot that's been happening. So, let's go all the way back to the beginning where this started. So, me and Credits we've been friends for 2 years. And he just texted me in the middle of the night one night, yo, we should have this competition with interceptors. He gave me a whole set of rules and a due date. And I'm like, dude, I don't have the time or the money for this. And it just so happened that I was like maybe 25% done with Dominator 2. And I was like, you know what, fine. I'll just finish Dom 2 and use that. And he starts his interceptor, right? So we have a set due date. It's a certain Thursday at a certain time or whatever. I get it done on the due date, like 5 minutes before the time limit. And he's not even done with his paneling yet. And I'm like, hey man, what's going on? It's like, oh, I'm not done with my paneling. I've had this to do, this, and that. I'm like, bro, you can't be serious right now. What are we doing? So I extended the due date for him by a couple hours. Still doesn't get it done. And then I extend it for another week. He still doesn't get it done. He finally gets it done. The flaps that he made a prototype. His what was supposed to be a completed version was a prototype. The deployment system wasn't very good. It had barely any spikes, and it had the 2 flaps. I might put the video on screen, but it wasn't good. And he did a test intercept. Everything fell apart. So, of course, he's like, oh, I need to redesign this, and that. You know what's funny is that nothing on Dominator 2 has been redesigned when it failed. I just fixed it. Because I didn't push past the due date with everything I did. I stayed exactly on the weight limit, and I did everything just right. But, of course, we had to work out a deal because he's not getting his stuff done on time. So the deal was I can go a little over the weight limit and add a spike system if he can keep working on his. So let's just say he gets his done. Now, we're awarded points for having a livery. I have a livery. I did the Dom 2 forewarn in its current state. You know, without the forewarn, just the bolts on the side. But he has no livery. He's like, oh, this is my livery. It's black with gray flaps. That's not a livery. That's a base coat. Put like Vortex 1 on the side or something. Be basic. As long as it has livery, I'm happy. But he keeps testing. Obviously, I haven't done a water intercept yet, right? I've left it out in the rain, and it's intercepted the rain. I just haven't used a leaf blower in the rain. And that's becoming more and more of an issue because he's dousing his with water and using a leaf blower at the same time and saying that the little bit of dirt that comes up is debris. It's not really debris. It's just a little bit of mud. And, oh man, this video is not going to be 3 minutes long. He just keeps pushing it. And, of course, he's calling me out on his channel like, oh, your interceptor's only held by its weight. This is true aerodynamics. And when he made that video, he left out the parts where his aerodynamics was not working. I'm not about to explain why they're not working because then he's going to use that and fix it. And he doesn't deserve my help right now, to be honest. I'm not going to help him with his interceptor that he's using against me, and he's using it against my following and my community. You know what's funny is that I left a comment on when he first posted. I was like, finally, you posted the interceptor. And someone said that my interceptors were a lot better, and they like mine better, and that mine are more aerodynamic. And he replies saying, get out of my comment section. Do this, do that. It's wild. It's wild. And he just gets to do an argument with one of my followers. I'm like, that's not okay, bro. He was talking to me, bro, not you. So that doesn't mean you can just go in and just, you know, write it. And then he posts a video, I post a video back. That's just how it works. I'm not about to just sit there and let him post all this stuff about me, my interceptor, my following, and just let it sit there. That's not what I do. I'm not like that. I have to post something back. Now, obviously, it's clearly not good. It's not healthy, but I mean, I'm not afraid to admit that. It's not the healthiest thing for our friendship, but we're both really competitive, and he gets so unbelievably petty. There's a multitude of things I can go over. His design, his front end. Notice how it looks similar to Commander 3? He tells people he designed it after the beak of a bird, so it would be more aerodynamic, but I quite literally compared them side by side. I'm talking pasted Commander 3 over Vortex 1. It's like a perfect match. Probably because when I was making it, he didn't even start making an interceptor, by the way, when I made Commander 3. I sent him a video like, hey, I'm working on Commander 3 finally, and it's the front framing. I shouldn't have done that now, because he went back and looked at that and copied the entire front end. And then whenever he makes whenever I finish my interceptor first, he's all butthurt about it. And obviously, I hit 10K subscribers. You all know this. I'm very grateful for that, by the way, guys. Thank you so much. It's been a long 3 years. You know, he says, oh, congratulations. But what you guys didn't know is that we were in a subscriber war for close to 3 years. He said first to 10K wins. And this was when he was ahead of me. He was at 1K. I was at like 800 something. Long story short, I pull ahead, and after 3 years, I win. It's over, and I'm pretty sure that's also fueling why he's acting like this, is because he lost the subscriber war. He was like, hey, we should have a subscriber war. It's just... I don't know, bro. Now, I obviously don't want to hide him from my channel because I still want to have this competition with him. So the way this is going to work, we're going to meet up at his house. I'm going to bring my leaf blower, he'll have his, and we're going to have a source of water acting as rain. We're going to use a weed whacker and kick up debris. We're going to have both leaf blowers there, and we're going to see whose interceptor can do the best. Now, obviously, I made mine heavy so that way air doesn't get under it and air doesn't loft it. I also have a deployment system. I haven't shown you guys that yet. It's not exactly good, but it's a deployment system nonetheless, and if I can get it working right, then I'm going to be fine in this whole thing. But he just has a little bit of weight and flaps and spike. The whole reason I use weight is so that way it stays planted to the ground. It doesn't matter what you use, as long as in a real situation, if I were making an interceptor, I'd want it to be heavy, so that way nothing can get under it and nothing can flip it. But of course, that's a problem to him. If it's heavy, then, oh, it's cheating because you don't use aerodynamics. Dude, look at the amount of interceptors that don't really have that much aero. I mean, if I'm being honest, Tiv 2 doesn't really have that much aero either. It's just freaking heavy. It's heavy and it has, it's the flap. The whole point of the flaps on Tiv 2 isn't to be aerodynamic necessarily. It's partially like that. It's to stop air from getting under it. And that's why the ground clearance on my Dominator 2 is so low. So air doesn't have as much room to pass under. That's why the spike system's there too. For what little air gets under there, it keeps it planted. Same thing with the weight. The whole point of this competition is, you know, we don't have to have the exact same thing. I don't need aerodynamics to make a good interceptor. It's not... I mean, he wants to talk about true aerodynamics when air is literally getting under his interceptor and flipping it. It's not very aerodynamic if it's getting flipped. Dom 2 hasn't been flipped. Commander 3 hasn't been flipped. And yes, I haven't posted a real intercept, but dude, I have had this interceptor on concrete, spraying it with a leaf blower, point blank, didn't even budge. Didn't even budge, bro. In the grass, didn't budge. That's the whole point of this, is to make an interceptor not slide and not get lofted. Unlike the 2 cases where his spikes came off of his, and he's like, well, it survived with 1 spike. Yeah, but it still slid. What if you don't have that 1 spike? What if that 1 spike comes off? Then your interceptor gets flipped and you're dead. And that's the last thing you want. That's why mine is heavy and super low to the ground. It's that way the people inside are safe. Yes, I know it's a model interceptor, but like, dude, that's the #1 thing with real interceptors, is safety. The people inside are what's most important. That's why they have armor. That's why they're heavy. That's why they have deployment systems, so they don't get lofted and people don't get killed. That's why I designed mine after Dominator 2, because Dominator 2 is my favorite, And it's Dominator 2. His is a custom frame, yes, semi-custom. He based his off of Tiv 2 and Dominator 3, but there's obviously a very big hint of Commander 3 in there as well. They're both built off the same car, by the way. Commander 3 is built off the Yukon. Vortex 1 is built off the Yukon. The front end is practically the same. I designed it like the beak of an eagle. You can say that all you want, but it's very clear that you didn't. And then let's talk about waterproofing. Dominator 2, 4 coats of plastic dip. That's basically Flex Seal. It's a cheaper version of Flex Seal, but it still works. I can make a boat out of that and it wouldn't sink. 4 coats of bed liner. That's not necessarily for waterproofing. It helps because it waterproofs a truck bed, but it's also there to keep from debris. That's there for debris. It makes it tough. It makes it hard on the outside. His is made out of entirely cardboard. I have multiple different materials in mine. I have aluminum. I have literal pieces of wood, like planks of, some of the panels on that are wood. Dude, it's like, bro. And then his is quite literally wrapped in duct tape and spray painted. That's part of his demise. That's why his spikes are coming off, because the paint didn't stick to the tape. The tape is way too smooth to be spray painting, and that's why it didn't stick. And that's why those spikes keep coming off, because the spikes aren't attached to the body itself, it's attached to the paint, and the paint keeps flaking off. This beef is starting to get out of hand. I still want to do this interceptor competition, because we've been planning this for months and months and months. But if he's going to keep targeting my community and my people, I'm going to have enough of it. I have endless piles of stuff I can use. And let's be honest, there are 10,000 of you that are willing to support me and, you know, support Team Commander. You know, everyone who subscribed to me is a part of Team Commander. Automatically, you click that button, you're part of Team Commander. You can say that all you want. Oh yeah, I'm part of Team Commander. Like, dude, the reason I'm so open about Team Commander is, like, the whole community tab, my idea behind that is show your interceptors, and then if you want to be part of Team Commander, you can be. All you have to do is just post your interceptor in the weather of your area. Just be like, oh yeah, this is my interceptor in the, like right now it's not even raining, it's like super hot outside. I could put Dominator 2 out there and be like, Dominator 2 intercepting a heat wave. Doesn't necessarily have to be a tornado or anything like that. It could just be any kind of weather. I mean, but obviously my channel's a lot bigger than his, so I'm obviously gonna have more support, but that could change. He could get a viral hit. You know, it's funny, if I wouldn't have posted that video of me chasing down Dominator 3 in my Miata, I probably wouldn't be here. Let's be honest. If I would have never posted that, I wouldn't be at this point. So I'm very grateful that I did, because all of you guys come together and you guys love my content, and that's amazing. But he hasn't quite had a viral hit yet. He hasn't posted anything about interceptors until now on his YouTube. See, he posts on TikTok mainly. I don't have TikTok, so I'm working with what I got on YouTube, and that, I feel like the algorithm on YouTube is so much better than TikTok because it gets my content out there faster and people actually like it, which is amazing. I'm kind of glad I don't have TikTok, but I also miss it at the same time because I used to have it, and that's where all the original Commander stuff is on my old account. If you guys want to check that out, I'll think about giving you guys my account name so you guys can go check it out, but yet again, I don't want that account to be open because there was a lot of other stuff that happened. But he posts on TikTok mainly, and dude, I also feel like this beef is like coming up from other stuff like going on in our circle. It's getting a little bit out of hand, I will admit, and I do get offended easily. I'm gonna admit that. I get offended easily and I get super competitive, and I'm not afraid to hide that because it's just the truth. And that's why I'm getting so aggressive when he posts something. That's why I have to post something back, is because I don't like it. I just don't like it when somebody does something like that to me, bro. I'm probably going to end the video off here. I don't know what else to talk about without, you know, going into a rant. Now, Credits is a good friend of mine, right? And I don't want to end this friendship over this. But it's getting a little too competitive. If you guys have any ideas of what to do, let me know. But I don't know if there's going to be a peace treaty or a peace contract, because this is this is a competition. The whole point of a competition is to be competitive. But if he's gonna, you know, come into my comment section, or if one of my viewers comes into his comment sections and, you know, comments about me, that's them showing support for me. And if he doesn't like that and he goes and, you know, literally attacks them, then I'm not gonna let that slide. That's not okay. You can't do that to other people because of their beliefs. That's not right. It's messed up. So it's just, if he's ever done that to you, by the way, if he's ever like gone to your videos and might have commented something hurtful, I'm so sorry he did that to you. But just, that's just me addressing it, the beef in general. It's stupid, but I don't want to block him from my channel because we've been friends for 2 years and we've been planning this competition for months and months. But we just don't have the time to go to his house and do it. I'm always busy doing something. I mean, like, I have 3 more videos I need to make this week, along with, you know, just other personal stuff. But, dude, this video is going to be long. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed, but that's just me addressing it, you know. Nothing flashy, just me sitting here talking to a camera about how, this is getting out of hand. So, you guys have a nice day. Feel free to post in the community tab. I will be posting more today, more shorts. I have all kinds of stuff going on, so thanks for the support, guys.